With Genesis 1, the first part of Dragontopia, also released, not only is this the weirdest combination we've ever had, but somehow it all just doesn't fit together. But is Lumina any good? Hello Dodo Crew, welcome back to another video on Ark Survival Ascended. Grab a bottle of water and let's get straight into it. This video is sponsored by TBS, so make sure to stick around to the end for more details. The Lumina only spawns during daytime, so don't waste your time searching for one at night. You can find it on the Center, Lost Colony, Ragnarok and Valguero, where it mainly spawns around mountains and snowy regions. They are relatively rare and can be surprisingly difficult to spot. Personally, I highly recommend using a gene scanner together with a fast flyer. That makes finding one significantly easier as they are pretty rare, hard to spot and super fast. These dragons are incredibly fast and will usually either attack you immediately or simply fly away as soon as they notice you. But once you have found one, that's when the fun really begins. By the way, I'm at around 10k subs. My goal is to hit 20k subs by the end of the year. So if you enjoy these guides, hitting subscribe would really help. As a thank you, I'm giving away 3 Tides of Fortune DLCs. Just subscribe, leave a comment and post a screenshot as proof in my giveaway channel on Discord. The winner will be drawn at the end of the month. Good luck! Unlike most creatures, you don't knock the Lumina out. Instead, you first have to weaken it until it's below roughly 10% health. Once it's weak enough, you can finally jump onto its back. You can either use a Drake Claw or just run up close to it. As soon as you do it, it will immediately take off into the sky and the taming process begins. Taming it requires you to beat 3 different minigames in order. Fortunately, each individual game is fairly short, but you'll have to repeat the entire sequence multiple times before the dragon is finally yours. During the taming, you can actually control the Lumina yourself. Just be careful not to fly into the ground, cliffs and structures, or even the world border. If you crash into anything, you will immediately be thrown off the dragon and have to start all over again. The first challenge is a memory game. The game shows you a sequence of button prompts. You have to memorize the order before repeating it correctly. Depending on the level of the Lumina, the sequence can contain up to 6 different inputs, which is really hard to memorize. The second minigame is much simpler. You have to fly through the air while destroying several glowing light beacons as quickly as possible with your breath attack. The final challenge is a diving game. Here, your goal is to dive as far as possible within a limited amount of time. To make this easier, try starting as high in the sky as possible before beginning the challenge. The further you can glide, the easier the section becomes. Once you have completed all 3 minigames successfully, you are finally allowed to feed the Lumina once using raw mutton or superior kibble. After every feeding, you'll have to repeat all 3 minigames again until the tame is complete. If you fail any of the minigames or somehow get knocked off the dragon, you will lose your progress and have to start again from the beginning. So, I would highly recommend bringing a couple of parachutes, just in case. The Lumina saddle unlocks at level 65 and is crafted inside a smithy. It requires 220 hide, 150 fiber, 60 silica pearls and 40 metal ingots. Overall, it's actually fairly cheap considering how powerful this creature is. The Lumina actually has quite a bunch of abilities, so this will get a little complicated as this is simply a ton of stuff to remember. First of all, the Lumina has 2 different flight modes. Depending on which mode you're using, some of its attacks behave differently. Let's start with hover mode. While hovering, your basic left click is a bite attack. If you keep attacking, every 3rd bite turns into a stronger combo attack, giving you a little more damage without having to do anything special. If you hold down left click instead, the Lumina switches to a claw attack. It's a faster combo attack and it has a bit more impact than the normal bite, but significantly more cooldown. If you're close to a creature, you will also charge into the creature and hit it with your claw attack. On right click, the Lumina uses its breath attack. This is your standard ranged attack and is useful for hitting targets from a safer distance. If you hold right click instead of just tapping it, the Lumina charges a rapid breath attack, continuously hitting after it was fully charged. Once you're in sprinting mode, the Lumina also gains a few mobility abilities. Double tapping A performs a quick side roll to the left, making it useful for dodge attacks. Double tapping D does the same thing to the right with a barrel roll. Pressing X lets you quickly change direction while flying, which is surprisingly useful if you're chasing something or trying to avoid incoming attacks. And finally, pressing C makes the Lumina perform a full loop without breaking its sprint, letting you quickly turn around. Each time you deal damage with your breath attack, you gain 1 stack of Fury. This is 3% of your total Fury. As soon as you reach 100%, it becomes immune to non-structured damage for 10 seconds, and it increases the attack speed of your breath attack, allowing you to fire significantly more projectiles over a short period of time. The downside is that as soon as you get damage, you lose all your Fury stacks. Every successful breath attack applies a stacking light debuff. Each stack increases the damage your breath attack deals to the target. Combined with Fury and several Skilltree upgrades, this damage ramps up incredibly fast. If an Umbra is nearby, both dragons receive a passive synergy buff. This grants 20% movement speed, 25% damage reduction, and increased stamina regeneration. So if you're playing with another person, bring both dragons. After taming your Lumina, bonding becomes one of the most important mechanics. Once unlocked in the skill tree, bonding permanently increases most of your dragon's stat by roughly 25%. Breeding is also locked behind the skill tree. Until you have unlocked the breeding skill, you won't be able to breed your dragons at all. It is random which version you get after breeding it. When bonded, the Lumina also comes with several useful abilities, which you can use from the item you gain on bonding. Fly away sends your Lumina away until you need it again. Come here calls your Lumina back to your current location. And Get Me is probably my most favorite ability. Your Lumina will instantly fly to you, and you will automatically mount it, making it incredibly useful if you're ever in danger. The skill tree is actually pretty large, so instead of covering every single skill, I will only go over the ones I personally think are the strongest. If you'd like a complete skill tree guide covering every upgrade, let me know down in the comments. Light Teleport. This lets you place a light beacon at your current position. Activating the ability again causes your Lumina to instantly charge back to the beacon and damaging every enemy along the way. Light Recall. Normally your breath projectile simply disappears after hitting a target. With Light Recall unlocked, it flies back towards you, allowing it to hit enemies a second time for additional damage. Piercing Light. This upgrade allows your breath attack to pass straight through enemies. Instead of only damaging one target, it can now hit entire groups lined up behind each other. And Light Fusion is one of the strongest damage upgrades. Every point invested increases your breath attack's damage by 100%, making it one of the best skills if you plan on using the Lumina for combat. Is it any good? Personally, I think the Lumina is one of the most unique flying creatures we've had in a long time. The taming process definitely takes some patience, but once you've unlocked its skill tree and got into its movement, it becomes a really strong and powerful creature. Especially if you're playing together with someone using an Umbra. The synergy bonus makes both dragons even stronger. So if you're looking for one of the best flyers in the game, the Lumina is absolutely worth taming. I still hate its design though. Are you tired of playing alone on a dead server? Sick of lag, wipes and admins who never show up? Then it's time to join TBS. Enough of this nonsense, we've seen it all before. It's still TBS, tougher, better, stronger, and you can win real money if you're the best. Links are in the description. I'll see you on the cluster. I hope you liked this video and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo.